Hi guys, my name is David and welcome back to another episode of What's Lurking in the Dark, where I go through all the stories in the horrortube anthology Lurking in the Dark, and I review all the stories separately and individually and give all the authors a shout out because they all have channels and I just want to give them some recognition. So today's story is going to be called Guilt Trip by James Flynn. Pretty sure that's how you say his name. Now, James has a channel that's his name. I haven't actually watched any of his videos, but I will have his channel linked down below, so it's there in case you want to check him out. So this is going to be a spoiler-free video, and this is going to be my own thoughts and feelings regarding this story. So, when this first opens up, we are introduced to a character called Shane. Shane is a middle-aged man at the start of the book. He is sitting in I believe, a coffee shop, having coffee, reading the paper, and just going about his day-to-day life, not bothering anyone, just reading the paper. And he comes across an article where it's talking about a specific town that he remembered from his past when he was a teenager. And he goes back and we go back with him and we experience a time when he was a teenager and he was with a friend and another guy was with him called Roland. Roland is he's a very upper class, posh type of boy, and he's from a better neighborhood than Shane and his friend are. Shane and his friend, which I can't remember the friend's name, are more or less like rebels. They don't give a care about anything, and they just want to, get drunk and get high all the time and smoke drugs and all that stuff. And Roland is just there to tag along, and it's more of an experiment for him, and that's what I have been led to believe anyway. And he just wants to go over this phase and get over this phase in his life, and then he can have a big successful career. So they go to a abandoned college just to, smoke some drugs and get high and mess around. But when they are there, Shane and his friends come across an idea that they want to play some sort of silly prank on Roland. Nothing harmless. They didn't really want to cause him any harm, whether it's physical harm or mental harm. They just wanted to have a laugh with him because at this point he is hallucinating, he's seeing things, he's experiencing certain things that these substances are allowing his mind to see, and they just want to pull a prank. What they do is that they dress up all these mannequins that they find in this college in the drama department. They arrange them in a specific way, and the idea is that they want to tell Roland that these are real life people, to convince him that these are real life people, these mannequins are real, and that they are teachers, and that they are there to question him, and he's there for a big exam. And they do this because they think, okay, it's going to be a laugh, it's going to be, a nice 5-minute laugh, and then we'll carry on and do something else. But it doesn't really go that way. It goes terribly wrong. And as you can imagine, Roland believes that these mannequins are real. And then we are brought forward in time again when Shane is 30 years, into the future, and he's reading the newspaper again, and he's talking about a serial killer, somebody from the town that became that, and he was trying to think in his mind, oh no, that can't possibly be Roland, and he's extremely guilty about what he did to his friend Roland, how he tricked him, how he got him high, and the whole situation, he blames himself. So it's not like fact, oh well, you know, Roland did what he did and, you know, it wasn't my fault. No, he's completely guilty and he feels so bad about what happened to his friends. So he decides to go to the town, back to this town and back to this college, if it's still there, to try to find what's going on there, to actually have a look around and to reassure himself that things have moved on so he can move on and evolve and change as well. But when he goes there, he sees something that shocks him, that terrifies him, that his friend Roland has somehow changed mentally because of what he did to his friend when he was a teenager. Now that's as far as I want to go with that. Now I really, really love this story. I really was. I mean, I was immersed with it. It wasn't as gory as the other stories in this book were, but when I was reading this, I was thinking, this could definitely be a Stephen King book. I was thinking, this sounds like something that Stephen King would have actually written himself. It had a good flow to it. It had characters which I cared about. Well, some I liked more than others, but the majority of them I really enjoyed and I cared for. The whole situation, yes, it did drag on just a little bit, but I didn't mind it at all. It was just a journey. The writing style was really well done, and I'm really impressed with this. I'm very, very impressed. So I do not know whether James has written anything else. If you know if he's written anything else, let me know down below, and I'll definitely check it out. But what I'm going to rate this, I'm going to rate it the highest score, and that is for 5 stars out of 5. And for me to do that for a short story is extremely rare because, you know, it's like, how can you get to know people and get to know these characters in this situation within about, well, this was about 20 pages. I mean, how can you do that? And somehow James did that. And yes, I could pick it to pieces to try to get the rating down, but I don't like doing that. I enjoyed this story so much, so I can't really fault it. So I'm going to give it 5 stars. So that's been my video, guys. I will have James Flynn's channel linked down below. Please check him out. And with all that out of the way, I'll see you on my next video.